1, 2, 3, clap. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over in the Scottish location, that's Brogan Hastings.
And over in the Australian branch, it's Wayne Giovanese.
That is... What? Oh, come on. You know how to say my name.
That is how you say your name. I said it right.
God. See, look, I went to... This actually, it actually hurts me. I have trauma from this because I went to school... I can't remember their first name.
I didn't say it right, did I?
No, you said Genovese or some shit. Oh, you've only just realised now that you've said it wrong, now that I'm bringing up trauma.
I was 100% convinced I said it right, and I was like, are you going into a bet that you thought I'd said it wrong?
You're just covering your bases. You've seen that I've been hurt deep inside, and you're like, oh, I need to fix this.
No, yeah. I genuinely thought I'd said it right. My apologies, Giovanazzi. Sorry,
Well, it's fine, because we were struggling to come up with a way to start the episode, but here we go. Going into Wayne's trauma.
My other podcast is a therapist.
Yes, that's right. I should save this for pod therapy guests. Dr. Nick, Dr. Jim, Jimothy, we need you here now.
We do. Calling Dr. Jimothy.
So yeah, in high school, it was only in high school. There was another student whose surname was Genovese, basically what you just said. And every time that the teacher would take roll call, they would say their name, because it's alphabetical order, of course. So they would before me, because E comes before I. And it would be like, I can't remember, like Joanne Genovese. And then it would be like Wayne, and then there would be a pause, and they can see that it's clearly different, and then they would still just say Genovese, and it's like, yeah, that's me. It's like, oh, are you two related? It's like, no, we're not related. You can see my surname and their surname are completely different. This is going to be a point of contention for every single podcast I'm on, isn't it? It happened on Ice Cream Social. It happened on Piff. It's happened on our own. I dare not go anywhere else.
You're clearly still so hung up about it. Like, if you've got coffee talk level of rage when you talk about it.
No, this isn't rage. This is hurt.
Oh.
It's my soul screaming and crying.
I feel like I should have my own name mispronunciation story, which I do. And
well, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Go on then. So you're Brogan's Hastings, Jonathan Brogan's Hastings.
I technically have two stories now that I think about it. So, story one, I became a patron of Penn Sunday School because I wanted to hear Matt say my name. That's literally the only reason.
I exactly the same reason, me. Yep.
This is before I knew Matt, so I just I was doing stuff for ICS at this point. Yeah, whatever. For the first 3 months that he read out my name, he pronounced it Brogan's Hastings. And I thought...
Reading is not Matt's strong suit.
No, actually, I think it was the first 4 months, and he said it right once. I think it was maybe month 2 he said it right, and then the next 2 months it was wrong again. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I then became a patron of ICS. And for those of you who don't know, Matt does a lovely little email when you become a patron to say, hi, thanks very much. It's not copied and pasted. It is genuinely all written. And I know that because he actually wrote Brogan's. He typed out my name with a plural. And I sat there like, Matt, babe, no. I sent it to my friends and I was like, I don't know what to do. And they were like, just call him Mats. So I replied to him and said, hi, Mats. I regret to inform you that there is only one of me, but you have my permission to call me Brogans. And he did reply and say, you can call me Mats forever. So that's where that came from.
It's when it's one of the situations where it's gotten too deep. It's like whenever I'm terrible with people's names in general, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I meet a lot of people in my job, And whenever I go to a new work site, it's like, yep, this is Gary. He's the electrician, or the Sparky, as they're known as in Australia. This is the Sparky you'll need to talk to when you have issues. It's like, yep, no worries. Let me just get your phone number. So I start typing the phone number, and then I get to the point where I can't remember Greg's name. So I just type in the name of the work site I'm at and Sparky. And then when I need to talk to them, it's like, I'll call them up. It's like, yeah, hey, mate. Yeah, having some trouble with this piece of equipment. Might need your Sparky expertise, brother. It's like, yeah, sure thing, Wayne. I'll be right there. Ah, great job, you. Come on down and help me out. But that's just how I am. I don't listen, and I know that maybe that is why I should take some improv classes, because that is something big that they will teach. I believe from, I don't know, just listening to improvisers talk.
Yeah,
it's about remembering things. Because I'm surprised. Well, not anymore, but I was surprised watching Piff and that when Piff was remembering all these people's names, but I feel like he's got an earpiece and is being reminded, because during the Piff and Puddles show, he does a different closing trick where he has like 40 people up on stage. Ooh. And it's everyone who's been part of the show so far, and he knows all their names. Yeah. So I think he might be helped along with the naming there.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I do notice with Piff that when he gets folk up, he repeats their name a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, Greg, you do this. What do you think, Greg? Are you okay with that, Greg? You know, and I think that helps solidify.
It is his job, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but it's not my job to remember people's names. It's my job to commission air conditioning equipment.
But yeah, so that's where the Brogans comes from. The Jonathan comes from the fact that I was watching a Penn Sunday School live stream, and right at the end when they finished recording, the Zoom was still up and Matt was reading out the names, and Reddy Rich stopped Matt, or it was after he read the names, but he went, you know, for the longest time I thought that, because there's a name that's read ahead of mine and it's Jonathan, so Matt goes, Jonathan Brogan Hastings, and goes on. So Reddy Rich thought that Jonathan Brogan Hastings was my full name, and he'd been editing the show to make it like that. And Matt was like, no, they're two separate people. And he's like, you need to move the order. And I thought that's my name. That's my name now.
J doesn't come before B. What's going on there?
I don't think there's an alphabetical order.
Oh, H, because was it just Jonathan, not Jonathan Gregory? Use Greg again.
It was just Jonathan.
There we go.
So Jonathan, if you're out there listening,
no, it's not. I don't know my alphabet. Hang on. A B C D E F G J I. No, yeah.
Jesus, I can spell. Yeah. That's a Beetlejuice musical reference for those of you clever enough to pick it up. Oh, is it? Yes.
Have you seen the Beetlejuice musical?
I haven't, but
musical?
I haven't seen it live. I have seen a recording.
Okay, yes.
And that's a fucking good show.
You could say that your legs were wearing boots at the time, maybe, when you saw it.
Yeah, that's an accurate description. But it's such
almost saw Beetlejuice.
I wanted to.
I
seen you talking about that, and I was like, the fact that you didn't, I was like, what the fuck? Because if I'd seen that before you'd said, oh, we were going to, I'd have been like, go and see it. Go and see it now. Because my brother got me the vinyl soundtrack for my Christmas last year before.
Like official cast recording version, you mean?
Yeah. And I've listened to that soundtrack so many times. It's just so fucking good. The storyline is better than the actual film, because it's more...
Okay, because I haven't seen the film either. There's psychological, traumatic reasons. Oh, I can see it there. I'll borrow it off you. Just run it over my place. Yeah.
I'll ship it to you in the company DX.
Yeah. But no, I haven't seen it because as a child, we weren't allowed to watch it because I was a young child when it came out, and my my mum was like, "No, it's a scary movie. You're not allowed to watch it."
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point, I was over at my friend's place, and we were like, "Oh, let's watch a movie." It's like, "Yeah, okay, let's watch a movie." It's like, "Oh, what should we watch?" I'm like, "I don't know. Anything's fine." And they're like, "We should watch Beetlejuice." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to watch that." And like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't watch Beetlejuice. I mean, a 6-year-old kid wasn't saying, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was very surprised. What was that guy's name? I think it was Greg. Sticking with Greg.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've never seen Beetlejuice.
You should. I'm disgusted with you. I will send you a link to the. I will not send you a link to the show that I don't have somewhere.
Okay, good. But my legs are kind of cold. I could probably wear some boots on them.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you signal something for drugs just then?
I don't know.
I mean, Brogan is also wearing a beanie right now and looks like that could just be slipping me something, down a dark alley.
I don't know. It's what makes me think I might have a touch of ADHD or something like that, is that I'm often just doing hand signals to no one, to absolutely no one.
You just reminded me of something about hand signals. I was watching the first episode that I was on of the Piff Pod with my brother.
Yeah.
And at the very end of it, Jade was doing some sort of hand signal. I don't know what she was getting at. It was like pointing with 2 fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't do that anymore because now I know what it means." And I'm like, okay. And then as closing out the show, everyone starts doing hand signals.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was thinking, but I flashed one of these very quickly. The shocker, as it's known. Let's leave it there. And I realized I shouldn't be doing that. And you can see a little grin on my face as I've done it. I was like, I'm putting my hands down now.
It's better than mine, because like my instinct, and I don't know why, I just would like the amount of times that I've caught myself just doing something and for no reason I'll just go, like, stick my middle finger up, just at no one, no one, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I flip off inanimate objects all the time. I flip off everything. But in school, there was a group of us that were friends, and we would hang out at the basketball courts every day during lunch. And one day I was late. I don't know, maybe I pissed off a teacher or something, and I was being held back before I could go out to lunch. And I was making my way up to the basketball courts, and my friend was walking the other way with her friends. And I'm like, "Oh, what's going on here? Everyone's already leaving." So my initial reaction is to just flip them off. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Why am I flipping off these people who are my friends? Thankfully, she was like, "Yep, that's funny," and flipped me off back. So it became like a war for the rest of the term. Like, whoever sees each other first flips the other one off before the other one can see.
It's like we were, like when we were on ICS, and I was like, what the fuck is that accent? And Matt was like, "Oh no, the Scots and the Australians will eat each other." And it's like, no, this is us being friendly. It's
Exactly. I mean, we have common vernacular as well. There's words that we say all the time. Like, what's one word we say? I mean, I know I say "ugh" all the time.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. All the time. I've heard you say "no wuckers" heaps of times. No.
My big one is calling things "we," which you've started to adopt.
We. Oh, it's a wee baby.
Yeah,
it's a wee baby.
A wee pupper.
It's like Matt's our wee baby.
He is baby.
Do you know what no wuckers is?
I'm sure I've heard you say it before, but I can't remember if you explained it to me or not.
It basically means no worries, no problems.
That makes sense.
It is old vernacular. It's an old saying that people don't really use. The only reason I know about it is on a show I used to watch called
If you say Neighbours
Rose Live. No, fuck that. Do you know how glad I am that show is ending? Have you seen that you can Airbnb like whatever the fucking house is on Ramsey Street? What is up with that?
Is Jason Donovan still on it?
Do I look like the kind of person who watches Neighbours? I'm more of a Home and Away kind of guy.
Do you know what? I remember Jason Donovan from being on. I don't know if you get it over there. You must do, because I'm sure it's filmed in Australia. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Of course, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And Jason Donovan was on it one year.
Kez loves that shit. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She always downloads them. Sorry, watches them legally.
But I like it sometimes. It depends who's on it. I think sometimes you can get good stuff. And the longer it goes on, I think the funnier it gets. But I remember the year Jason Donovan was on it. And I started watching it religiously because all I was doing was waiting for him to blink. And he would,
he's one of those.
He was, honest to God, by about the last week or something, he was just... and like wide-eyed, starry-eyed. I was like, Jason, man, you gotta blink, please. But
I know that you're not allowed to bring stuff in with you, but maybe he did manage to smuggle in some contraband and some kind of drugs.
I mean, they're in the middle, for those who haven't seen it, they're in the middle of a forest, so they could have just, like, they're middle of a jungle. They're in the middle of a jungle, and they could just...
It's in Australia, they're in the middle of the bush.
The bush.
The bush.
So he literally could have just picked up anything and started smoking it.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. He could have just seen those eucalypti. I don't know what the plural of eucalyptus is, but just, roll them up, light them up.
I'm trying to think. I'm sure he was on the same season as the best person who's ever been on that show, which I can't remember.
George Clooney.
No, it was David something.
David Spade, David Duchovny, David Borealis.
No,
I'm out of Davids. Whoever it is.
The only thing I remember about him was a story he told.
I'm going to say it was David Duchovny.
I wish it was with this story, but he was
Larry David.
No, he used to be married to Liza Minnelli.
Oh, who was married to Liza Minnelli? David
Guest. David Guest.
David Guest.
Right. And he told...
Is he the David that fought Goliath?
Might have been. He was a guest on that story. That was a really bad joke. Please cut that out.
Okay. But
there was a story that he told when they were just sitting around the fire. He used to have a housekeeper whose dad had a particular surname and really liked a certain part of a woman's body.
Was it Genovese?
No, way better than that, right?
Oh.
The guy's surname was Seaman.
Ah, he was a sailor.
He was a sailor, and he really liked, like I say, a certain part of a woman's body. Yep. So he called his daughter Vaginica Seaman.
What?
Yeah. What? If you haven't heard that story, look it up. It was the fucking...
Sorry, this is David himself or David's friend? Because if it's David himself, that's a weird fucking flex.
It was David's housekeeper who was named this.
Okay, the housekeeper.
And she told him why she was named this. And honest, that story was everywhere. Oh my God.
Vaginica Seaman, yeah?
Vaginica Seaman.
Vaginica?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I probably would have changed my name to like Vaginica Cum or something.
Oh. And then it just reminds me of something else. I don't know if you get it over there, but there's a toilet paper brand. And I don't know if this is how you pronounce it, but it's spelled Regina. Right?
Oh, yes. I think I've seen... that is a common name, though, as well.
Yeah.
Regina, R-E-G-I-N-A.
Yeah. So a lady I used to work with, when she went out to buy toilet paper for the work bathroom, she used to come back and just go, Regina, your vagina. And so quietly to herself. It was just she had to...
just to herself, under her breath, walking down the hall, like...
Yeah. Or you'd like go in the back and hear her put away, Regina, your vagina. You're like, what is wrong?
The thing is, she's not the only person who does it, I'm sure.
Oh no.
It's got to be common. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But see, I'm pretty finicky when it comes to toilet paper, bathroom paper. So if it doesn't have a dog on the front of it, I ain't buying it. Because if I'm not thinking of dogs when I'm wiping, then what's the point?
Where do you stand on Charmin, the Charmin bear?
Oh, see that's a problem we've got here because I don't know what you're talking about. We need a drop. We need a drop. We need an audio drop for when we do not know what the other's talking about that we can both play at any time.
Yeah.
Sort of like a veto. Not a veto to veto what we're talking about, but say, yep, no fucking clue, man.
Local references. Justin needs to do a theme for this.
See, good thing that I'm doing multiple audio channel recording because we can get that as the drop.
Yeah. Do like a Matt's version where Matt sings a song and suddenly there's a theme for it.
Can I say, I love the Physical Scoop Mail song.
Oh,
That's
sing
my
that to
favourite song.
Yeah. It's
Every time.
the only one I think I like more is, which will never be used again, much to my great heartbreak, is the discount code
Superman,
for
Catwoman.
Yeah. Superman, Catwoman, Flash, Darkseid, 22, Catwoman again.
Yeah. Don't try to use that code for the Orleans. They will reject it and call the police on you saying you're trying to scam us.
We don't know that. We don't know that. We haven't tried.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to pay money to the Orleans to not stay there. Let's just put a pin in that and think about that later.
Yeah. But yes, so Charmin. Yes, you guys don't have Charmin.
What is Charmin?
Charmin
What is
is
Charmin?
Charmin is very soft toilet paper, and their logo is a bear.
Oh, yep. All right. Yeah, I'd wipe my ass with a bear.
And there's adverts about these cartoon bears wiping their ass. Like,
oh, I know why. I think I know why it's a bear. Because there's a joke where there's a bear and a rabbit. They're in the woods and they're doing their business.
Mm-hmm.
And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Hey, rabbit, do you ever have a problem like when you take a dump in the woods, you get poop stuck to your fur?" And the rabbit's like, "No, not at all." So the bear picks him up and wipes his ass with him. Maybe that is why.
I hope so. I genuinely hope that that's the origin for that company.
Yeah, inside jokes.
Because Charmin's a fucking huge company over here. Yeah. But like to the point that this is the kind of thing that you start to say it, and it's only once you start to say it that you're like, what the fuck am I talking about? But at one point they did have stuffed toys of the Charmin bear.
Oh, like the Coca-Cola polar bear.
Yeah, and I'm about 80% sure I've got one in my attic. Why?
Hold the recording. Go and get this bear right now.
Oh my god, that's assuming I haven't thrown him out. I don't think I would have thrown him out.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Why would you throw out a toilet paper bear?
Yeah.
I would keep that forever.
Yeah, I've got that and random stuffed toys that Brogan has sitting in the attic. Remember, we were talking about a certain cereal called Golden Nuggets.
Yes.
Yes, they also did stuffed toys for that. So I've got the donkey from Golden Nuggets. I think I've got the Prospector as well.
Golden Nugget donkey.
Yeah.
This is starting to sound a bit like Toy Story. You've got the Prospector, whatever the horse's name is.
Bullseye.
Bullseye and Kelsey Grammer the Prospector.
Yes, I do have a Bullseye toy upstairs that my dad got me when... I say my dad because it's the kind of thing that my dad would just buy because he's like, Brogan likes that. And my mom would be like, why did you buy her that? But it was good size too. It was articulated and everything. It's one of these toys that has wires in it so you can pose it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You've just broken a stereotype that I've held for the last year or so.
Uh-huh.
And that was you saying that your father would buy you something and your mother would be like, why would you get Brogan that? The stereotype is, it comes from a meme from the Friends reunion special, where it's got, what's his name? Joey. Matt LeBlanc. Mm-hmm. It's a picture of him just sitting there kind of normally. And it's, or maybe it's not, maybe it's just one panel and it's sitting leaning forward kind of like wide-eyed like this. Mm-hmm. And it just says Scottish dads when they're about to learn what the child is getting for Christmas at the same time as the child, more or less.
I know the one you mean because there's There's
Yeah.
one that's the 2-panel meme, and the top one
Yeah, we'll
is
find it and
Grogu.
we'll put it on the social media.
The one with Grogu holding the cup of coffee. Your mum's on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 99% of the time that is a very accurate meme with my dad.
Yeah.
But there are occasions where my dad's gone out and bought something, and my mum's been like,
Yeah.
because my dad used to work. My dad used to travel down to England a lot for work because he used to work, as they say, on the tools, which was
Yes.
because he was a telephone engineer for BT. So he used to go down to
British Telecom, right?
Yeah. So he used to go down a lot. So he would come back up and he would bring presents. But for I will remember this for the rest of my life. It was my 4th birthday. I wanted a pirate party and I wanted a sword.
Oh.
That was all I wanted, was a sword. And my mum's like, I'm not getting her a sword. And my dad, and when my dad was down, he found this toy sword that was maybe about that big. It was quite big.
Oh, a toy sword. Okay.
Yeah. But it was like a proper pirate sword, and it was
like
thick.
cutlass. Looked like a cutlass, kind of like the curved blade.
Yep. And this thing was
nice,
thick plastic, and it was substantial, and it had a button that when you pressed it, it was.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I fucking loved that thing. I don't think I've ever been happier to receive a present in my life than when I got that. And I hit so many things and so many people with it. And my dad was just delighted because he was like, Brogan likes it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought you meant he was delighted at you just hitting people. It's like, well, that's my Brogan.
He might have been.
Yeah. So have you still got this sword, or is it gone? It's gone forever.
Is it
up in the attic with the bear?
I think it's up in the attic with the bear. I don't see it being something that I would chuck, because I do see it and I'm like, oh, it's one of those memories.
Memories of destroying shit with a sword.
Yeah, I think I hit things so many times that I actually did like bend the sword. I think there is like a big white plastic line where it bent.
That happened to my He-Man sword, my Sound Effects He-Man sword, when I was a child. It bent in half. And that I don't have, mainly because I don't have an attic to keep it in. But I haven't had that for, I don't know, since I was 8, probably. I think it got bent and then chucked.
Sad times.
Not only sound effects, it would light up. It was an amazing sword. I loved it. See, swords are the best gifts and best toys.
Yes, 100%. Or anything that could be made to look like a sword. Or even a spear. Like my mum came home with a garden thing today, and she wanted to tell me a story about it, but the way she did was, we were going out to the car to do carpet shopping, and she was like, right, before we go, look at this. And it was just a great big pole, and I think it looks like a dagger. It looks like, one of those 3-point sais. It looks like a sai sword.
Yep.
And it was the blade of that sitting on the table and this big pole. And she was like, look at that. I was like, okay. She's like, right, okay, get in the car, I'll tell you the story. And I'm like, why do you have a fucking spear here? It's a weeder thing. But
yes, she's not planning on killing a man.
I was like, I'm really glad that you got that when I'm 29 and not when I was 5, because 100% I would have stabbed a man. 100%.
Someone would be dead.
Yeah.
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 All right, you brought up size, and that made me think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course, right? Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I know for a fact, at least in the original 80s series and the comic books, they were called, in England, I don't know if all of UK, but Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Is that something you've heard?
That is something I've heard, but I've never seen it written down.
Okay, that's fine. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
I think things sort of changed since the 80s, late 80s through the 90s, and then when they got revamped, it just TMNT.
Yeah.
Because TMHT doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah. Maybe I have seen it. I have a vague recollection. Like, the more I think about it, I'm picturing it in my head, and I'm like, maybe I did see it on a sticker or something. Because my cousin was quite into them when he was a child of the 80s. So he had loads of like He-Man, Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stickers on boxes. So I feel like I've seen it, but as far as I'm aware, to me, it's always been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, so there's that, and then Michelangelo.
Hmm.
He uses the nunchucker, right?
Nunchucks?
The nunchucks, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen it myself either, but allegedly he would use a crossbow in
What?
Teenage Mutant Hero. Yes, because nunchucks, they're banned. They were at the time banned in England, in the country of Britain. So, oh yeah, can't have Michelangelo using nunchucks. We're gonna give him a crossbow.
Oh my god, I've never seen this either.
No,
But
I
now
haven't seen it.
I need to look this up. But
Yeah, but it definitely is. It definitely was in the past Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because I have just I went to a video game bar in America, and they had I won't name names. I won't name names, but they had a Raspberry Pi style console to play with ROMs on it, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and the opening logo said Hero Turtles and everything. So
ooh.
what's weird is we were in America and they didn't even get a US ROM. Shame.
But
Importing your ROMs.
the big question is, did he have a crossbow in that game?
No, he didn't.
For shame.
Oh, actually, I didn't play as Mikey, because I play with either the Donnie with the bow staff, or Leonardo with the sword.
Yeah.
Got better reach that way.
Yeah, I think
Have you started?
I was going to say, I think if it's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and it's a crossbow instead of nunchucks, I think that's acceptable because that's like an alternate universe.
Yeah. It's almost the Mandela effect, I feel, for some people. They've
Yeah.
probably grown up with it as Hero Turtles and a crossbow, and then they go somewhere else, and what the fuck is this Ninja Turtles with nunchucks?
Yeah.
But do you have interest in playing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge video game?
Now, I do have interest in playing it. However, you've seen my trophy list on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I have difficulty being able to boot up a game when I know there's a good chance I won't be able to 100% it.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that you should not play it then, because the first time I played the first stage, I got kicked by a foot soldier, and it said mission failed for no damage for that whole stage.
Oh my
for taking no
God.
damage. So yeah, that's a toughie.
Yeah. I think it's the kind of game I think if I played it on Switch, great. It's same with River City
Yeah,
Girls.
okay.
Because have you played River City Girls?
I haven't.
It's a really good game. So it's like, side-scrolling fighter,
Yeah.
arcade fighter thing. But it's just
Yeah, like
really...
your I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of the games on Sega and that. Sega. Continue.
But it's a really funny one because it's I think it's based off, I think it's part of another series where it's like these teenage delinquents. You know what they're like in Japan with the pompadours and stuff.
Yeah, the rockabilly look.
Yeah, and essentially the delinquents get kidnapped and their girlfriends are like, fuck this, we're going to come and save them.
Hang on one sec. I don't know if it's on your end or my end, but I thought I heard someone go, shh.
So did I thought it was Kez.
Sorry.
It was Kez. Yeah. We're good to go. No
That's
repeats
all
of last time with people trying to sleep in your house.
Yes, no,
Like,
that was...
Brogan, shut up.
No, it's a decent...
Shut it.
It's a decent time, and as far as I'm aware, no one's in the house. So
Good. Oh, okay. That means if it burns down, it's solely on you.
Yes. There's
You said
certainly
that
enough.
with joy in your voice.
I think because there's so much crap everywhere. I would be devastated, but at the same time, I'd be like, it's free, it's gone, I can start again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start again.
But having
that is
said
the
that,
mentality of an arsonist.
the amount of Penn and Teller memorabilia I've got and
Oh, yeah.
expensive fuck off magic books I've got, yeah. Like,
Have you got the Johnny Thompson books?
I don't. That is on my list to get, but I'm seeing it at like $1,000, and I can't justify it. I really can't.
No. Do you know what makes me very, very sad?
What?
Is that probably in our lifetime there will be a Penn and Teller set of books.
Mm-hmm.
But which means they'll be dead.
Oh well, they're going to release them. They're going to release them while they're alive. 100%.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah, they
That's
are
fine then.
Teller's working on it. Did you not know this?
No, I think I might have known subconsciously, and that's what made me think of it. But
oh yeah, no,
right, that's good.
Teller's definitely working on it because he's writing out the tricks and he's getting Handsome Jack to edit it because Handsome Jack's good at.
Oh yeah, no, I have heard that. I think then yeah.
Yeah.
So it was deep down in my subconscious, like most things that probably need to be talked about with Dr. Jimothy and Dr. Nick.
Yes.
Speaking of, maybe that would be a good thing to bring up with them. Is your condition you have with booting up a PS5 game and needing to platinum it?
Yes. I don't know why. Like I said earlier, touch of the ADHD, touch of the OCD. It needs to be neat. It needs to look nice.
The completionist factor.
Yeah.
Can you remove games from your list?
Only.
So if you can only get like 80%?
No, you can't.
Ooh.
And I have tweeted PlayStation about this, saying I would buy and play so many more of your games if I could edit my trophy list. And I think the reason that they don't is because they're like, oh, we don't want people deleting that and then having it on their score. And I'm like, you can take it off the score as well. I don't give a fuck.
These are arbitrary fucking numbers. It's like, why? Oh, but that works both ways. It's like, why should they care? But why should you care? Being arbitrary numbers. Are we having a breakthrough?
That's the thing. It's not even about the numbers for me. I just want to see the list look nice. You know, I don't want to be reminded that I didn't perform well at this game. You know, and that I will never play it. I want to play Red Dead Redemption. I don't want to remember that I couldn't get past the fucking wolves at the start. You know.
So do you have an alt account then that you do play games on that you're not going to 100%?
I could probably boot up my original account and play games on that.
But I was going to say, because maybe we could play some online games, but then you need another fucking subscription. That's the real reason. They think, we can get another subscription out of this sucker. Yeah.
I mean, I've got no problem playing online games, but you have to be prepared to work through all the trophies with me. That's something I have to... That's why I appreciate when games... if any game has an online trophy and you can play against the bots...
Yeah.
To earn the trophies. Yes. I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Because one of the games, J-Stars Victory Versus, which is so nerdy. Oh my God. It's
so nerdy that I don't even know what it is, and I just respond with that.
Do you know the game Jump Stars? Shonen Jump. Have you heard of Naruto?
Yes.
Right, okay. The company that publishes Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, all that that universe. It was a fighting game for that universe of characters.
Oh yeah, I do know the game you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the online trophies for that, it was just basically play an online match. You don't have to fight anybody. Just just play it. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like,
boot up into it.
Pretty much. You have to win the match, but you don't have to match with anybody. And I'm like, yes. So when I booted it up and completed it for the second time on this account, that was the first thing I did. I was like, I'm just playing through the online trophies.
Yep. So I've learned something very important now, is that you and I will never be playing any online games together on PlayStation 5. Because I suck at video games.
And I don't.
If you are platinuming shit, then no, you do not suck at video games.
I mean, I'm not platinuming. I will say
it's a hard word, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's not possible.
We need a drop that's when we can't pronounce a word that just goes funny accents. Funny accent alert.
Yeah. It's like federal court order. It cannot be said in certain accents.
Yeah. I do look up how hard a game is to platinum before I play it.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
if
Wait,
it's
we're getting deep into this disorder, I think.
yeah, like if it's a 5, that 5 is maybe about my
Out
limit.
of 10 or
5
out
out
of
of 10.
5?
5 out of 10.
Okay.
6 maybe depending on the game type. But 5's usually about my limit. And if it's higher, I'll maybe see, right, okay, why is it higher? Is it one particular trophy that I might be okay with? Whatever. But I was thinking about this earlier. Have you played Evil Dead?
Not yet. I haven't even picked it up yet.
I
But
do.
I will absolutely play Evil Dead.
I have it. I will be playing it. And it's an easy platinum.
Oh, really? Good. Then
So-
I'll be fine to play with you.
Yes. Yes.
As long as you're not reliant on me being successful. If you're playing with me every game and one of the trophies is win an online match with a friend in your friends list, it should not be me.
Well, that's the thing. All you would need to do is just if I'm good at it, and if I'm getting to the point that I'm platinum it, easy platinum, I probably will be. So all I would just be like, just boot it up, and just don't get killed. Just run away.
Yeah.
Don't get killed.
I'll run away from the Deadites.
Pretty
or I
much.
could be a Deadite and we can kill.
Exactly. Yeah. Just stand there, just like kill me.
I was reminded of something cool the other day. It was my friend's birthday. Shout out Money Dogs. How are you, brother? His surname is Money. I only refer to him as Money. I never call him Stephen, which is his actual name. But I just kind of call him Stephen.
So many nicknames.
Goes that 10-year streak. Yeah, money bags, money dog, money something. Dollar bill y'all.
Short change.
A good one. Oh, short change is good because he's not the tallest guy in the world.
There you go.
But it was his not his maybe it was his 21st birthday. I can't remember now. But it was come dressed up as a video game character, fancy dress kind of party. And I, of course, just wanted to go as Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can get away with that because there's plenty of Evil Dead games.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to post the picture of it. I'll show you it later. But we'll put it on our socials at NicePodBud. It's me in the blue shirt and sort of tan pants. I made a chainsaw hand.
Ooh.
And I got a knockoff Nerf shotgun and painted it to look like a real gun. Luckily, I didn't get pulled over driving around with it. But look, it's orange underneath, I swear.
Just leave the Nerf logo open.
Yeah, the fake Nerf logo. And I won that fancy dress costume party.
As you should for that costume.
Yeah, that's right. I've still got the little piece of paper for winning it as well. His mum printed it off because his parents are great. They're good people. So good, in fact, that his mother is, or at the time, was a school teacher, like primary school. And I don't know if this is a thing anywhere else in the world, but you know, when you start off school, you start writing with pencils.
Yes.
Yeah. So it used to be you had to get your handwriting up to a certain readability and pass a written test before you were allowed to use a pen. You had to get your pen license. Does that sound like a thing? No?
No.
Not really?
Up to a point. We weren't allowed to use pens
Okay.
in school until high school. Because they just assumed by that point you were
more or less the
legible.
Yeah. Which I still am not legible. So I never got my pen license. And his mum, I told Money about this, and he told his mum, and he came in a couple of days later to work, because we worked together, and he presented me with a pen license from his mother.
Oh, that's cute.
That was pretty cool. And I've still got that as well. How are we doing? All right, we're getting in there. I did have a story I wanted to talk about. Was all right, so my grandmother has come down to Perth to visit from Albany, which is discussed at some length with Piff and Matt and Jade on Piff Pod episode about the town of Albany. And it's not a short trip. It's about 5 to 6 hour drive, depending how long it takes you to drive, how fast you drive, how safe you want to drive. And my nan, she's getting older, obviously, so she used to catch the bus down. She's not really capable of that anymore. So she came down with my uncle who drove her. They lived together, and he hadn't been on a holiday in a long time. So I was like, "Yep, we're going away. We're going to Perth." So he's staying in a hotel in the city, while she's staying with my brothers. And my younger brother contacted me yesterday. Is like, "Hey, are you able to just basically babysit Nan while me and John are at work?" So yep, no worries. She can come here. We can hang out, do whatever. Irrelevant to the story, that didn't happen. I went to their place, but I don't know why that matters. It's for keeping myself honest in the story.
Yes.
So I'm there at their house, not knowing how to really use their TV or anything like that, and she starts talking about the Piff podcast, because Ryan, my younger brother, was telling her about it, and he was going to show her, but couldn't find the videos on YouTube because they've been delisted for now, just because Piff's special. They don't want shit clogging up their YouTube page, I assume. Either that, I was just a terrible guest. But so we watched the first episode, and she really appreciated all the Albany talk. And after the first episode, she was starting to look a little bit sleepy. I was like, "We can watch the second one if you want." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess we can start it." So we started it, and about 2 minutes in, he points to Matt and says, "So this guy, is he meant to be funny?" And I thought that was hilarious.
You mean, of course, that she found him hilarious? Said,
No,
he's meant to be...
No, questioning. Like, is he meant to be funny? Is he trying to be funny? She did not get Matt Donnelly's humor at all. And sure, he changes it up for every podcast is on, but she did not appreciate it. And she said the same thing as about the whole podcast. She's like, "Look, it's not really my kind of thing. Sure, they're trying to be funny and try and make a show. I mean, your interview, that was really good. That was great. But yeah, it's not for me." And her, Jade, yeah, her. She's just a bit too much. And I'm like, "What? How dare you, Miss Jade Simone? She is doing a show. This is not what she's like in real life. She is a peach. She is amazing. Jade is amazing. How dare you talk to me about Jade in that manner?" Of course,
about the Queen of Vegas.
That's right. But of course, I didn't say that to my grandmother. I was like, no, Jade is amazing. Jade's great. She's just playing it up for the show.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I talk about, because Piff asks, and Matt asks, "What is there to do in Albany? Where would you go for dinner?" And I'm like, "There's a Chinese restaurant and a fish and chip shop." And afterwards, as I'm leaving, because my brother's got home, I'm leaving, and my nan says to me, "So do you still talk to these people?" It's like, yeah. I spoke to Matt the other day on the internet, on video call, and I sent Piff an email the other day. It's like, "Oh, good. Because just tell them that in Albany, we've also got 2 Italian restaurants."
Not just other restaurants, just specifically 2 Italian restaurants.
Specifically 2 Italian restaurants, yes.
That's almost as good as what I thought you were going to say, which is tell them that the fish and chip shop is now closed down.
Oh, yeah. No, this is even better. It's like, Albany is bigger than they think. They should know that Albany is a thriving town. But in the same conversation, she told me that she can't get her nails did because all the salons are closed down due to COVID still.
We have 2 Italian restaurants.
So brilliant. Where should we go tonight? Should we go to Giovanni's or Papa Giorgio's? I mean, there's not much else to choose from. You got that Chinese place, but don't really like the Chinese places. They're not true, authentic Chinese. And fish and chips, we've had that so many fucking times. I mean, her son used to own the fish and chip shop.
Really?
True story, yeah.
Oh my God.
That killed it legitimately killed me dead. It was
So you didn't do whatever the Piff equivalent of the obelisk scheme is? You didn't obelisk your.
No,
You didn't piff
no,
obelisk your
she-
grandmother.
She did not. That sounds. How dare you suggest such a thing? To clean your mouth out.
Oh.
The aristocrats. But no, she was not. She was not. She was not piffled. Let's go with that. She was not. She
Why
was
does
not
that sound
piffled.
worse? That
It
sounds
does.
worse.
Although she did say when I showed her pictures of Mr. Piffles, she did say, "Oh, he's gorgeous. He's adorable. I do like Mr. Piffles."
Who
So
doesn't
that was
like
good.
Mr.
I mean,
Piffles?
granted, there was pictures of him coming up to me in the back, in the dressing room,
Mhm.
and when he's on stage during the Mikey quiz with
Mhm.
Franco and Diddleman,
Yeah.
he's so damn fucking cute.
He was so
We'll
cute.
post that as well, so you know what we're talking about. I say all this, but I'll totally forget to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like they do on every podcast.
Yeah. Oh, it was just that picture of him that I sent you from the Piff special, where he's cuddling up
yeah.
to that guy, and it was
Yep.
like, oh, to have Mr. Piffles snuggle up to you like that, it's the dream. It is.
It is. It is. If that happens, then you can gladly die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why I don't hold Mr. Piffles, just in case he does it. So I'm not ready to go yet.
he's just so soft
Mr.
and so cute and perfect.
He is very soft, but he's like those cancer-smelling dogs. It's like they when he leans his head on your chest, it's your time.
I first for a split second, all I could think was, what does cancer smell like? I was like, was I supposed to sniff him? That's not very nice. No.
And if you think you know the answer, write into at nice pod bud.
Oh, that's the one of the golden guests, Mr. Piffles.
Yes. Who does the... Okay. Insider knowledge. We've all seen the special now. Multiple people have voiced the Mr. Piffles puppet.
Mm.
There's the gruff voice, which is the best. That's the voice that we should get
Yeah.
for the guest on the podcast.
Yes.
Unless it's some annoying person who we don't like. Francis. That's not true.
No,
Francis
we
is
love
great.
Francis. We love Francis.
Yeah.
We love the whole Piff crew. There's not a single person on the Piff crew, you know, even the ushers. The ushers are great. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They come around, ask if you need a drink. They only ask you once as well, which is perfect. I mean, I don't want to be bothered during a show multiple. Why we? If you're going to see the Piff show for one reason, it's for the ushers.
Yes. Oh, honest to God, they genuinely they're all the wee old men, and they're just absolute cutest. And
yes.
the wee waitress lady, she was. Put it this way: when I went.
Shout out to you, wee waitress lady. Shout out to you. We know you're listening.
Well, put it this way: when I went on the day that you and Kez left Vegas, I was feeling sad, as we know. And what I decided to do at night was I thought I'm going to cheer myself up by going to see Piff again, because I did have stuff for Piff and Jade that I'd forgotten to bring. I'd brought them British chocolate, and thought this is a good excuse to go and give it to them. So sitting there quite near the front row, lady came over and said, you know, would you like a drink? I was like, yes, please. If I could have a Diet Pepsi, be great. She said, cash or card? I said, oh, cash. Okay, that's fine. Went away, got it, and I handed her the smallest note I had. Because bearing in mind, I'm a tourist. You know, I don't have change or anything.
Oh, I had this trouble. I know what you're talking about.
I gave her a $20 note, and she looked at me
that's all right, then.
And she went, "This is $20." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, okay," and she walked away. And never came back.
Yep. She thought she was getting a lovely tip. How much is a can of... Well, how much is a can of Pepsi? Was it a can or was it a bottle?
It was a bottle.
Okay.
So...
All right. So a bottle of Pepsi. Retail, we're thinking America here. If you pick it up in the convenience store, a few bucks.
I'm thinking she got a 300% tip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking it was
probably
maybe
like
$6. I'm thinking,
yeah.
So, and it got to the end of the show and I realised that she hadn't brought my change back. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even mad. And I almost said to Piff and Jade, I was like, because I didn't say it because I didn't want to sound snarky, but I genuinely mean this. I hope she enjoyed her tip. Because you know what? The Piff show just made me so happy. And seeing them was just so good again, because I was very, very sad that day. But I hope she treated herself with her $15 tip.
She bought herself 5 Pepsis. But not from the Piff the Magic Dragon show, where they're high, but not too high for a theatre show price.
Yeah.
But certainly not as cheap as a 7-Eleven.
Unless, for all I know, the bottle of Pepsi was $20. I don't know.
That's right.
I wouldn't have known
Maybe the bottle of Pepsi was $25, and she was like, "This is a 20? It's 25."
She took it back to Piff. This idiot in the front row only gave me $20. Were they Scottish? Yeah, that's broken. That's fine. That's fine.
No. What actually happened is she had to take $5 out of her tips to pay for it.
Fucking foreigners.
You always called yourself English.
No, I almost said fucking.
You were
tourists.
saying it as her as an American. Okay, that's fine.
Fucking tourists. But I thought, no, name drop, fucking foreigners.
Yeah. Not a hashtag anybody should use.
No, please don't.
But how bad is tipping? I hated it so much.
I was such an inconsistent tipper.
Yeah.
And I was
Did you leave, this is a big one. Did you leave tips for people that would make up your rooms? Your hotel
Nobody
room?
made up my room.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
At all. So I always left the do not disturb on. And
exactly.
I was only there a couple of days at the Rio. And with the Orleans. Nobody even checked on me at all. But I think that's because the house staff would see me coming and going. So they knew that I was alive. I just didn't want to be disturbed. Because I know that your experience was at Planet Hollywood. They came in after a couple of days, be like, "We need to check you're alive."
Oh, yeah, because they had a sign that says, if you keep the Do Not Disturb up for multiple days, we will have to do a wellness check.
Yes.
I think it's more to make sure that there aren't any murdered bodies or, well, armed gunmen up there.
Yeah. I think... Yeah. So I think because they seen me, they knew I was okay. So I never had anybody check my room at all, which is probably for the best, because... Yeah, there was a lot of pizza boxes.
Yeah.
I felt very
God,
much
the
like
amount of trash.
I was very good. I put it all in bags and put the bags in the side. There's about 3 or 4 bags filled with trash. It was just...
In the last place we stayed at in LA, it was like an Airbnb kind of place.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't advised where the main trash bin was to get rid of our rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just piling up. And I did manage to take out 2 small bags into like a communal trash bin. Mm-hmm. I'm purposely trying to say trash for American listeners. Rubbish bin. Mm-hmm. Just a small one like you'd find on the side of the street. So I got rid of 2 small bags, but there was so much crap we just left there. It felt terrible.
Yep. I did have to go. I think... The worst things for me were pizza boxes, because I ate a lot of pizza. I think that's maybe the only food I ate that wasn't in a restaurant. And plaster wrappings.
Oh yeah, Band-Aids. Band-Aid plaster wrappings. Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
You weren't sculpting anything out of plaster of Paris or anything like that.
No.
You were talking about being sad and going and seeing Piff. There's so many moments of sadness, though.
Yeah.
Just leaving different places. It's like seeing Piff for the last time, like seeing him seeing his show multiple times. But also doing the podcast, being in his home and talking to them backstage and stuff like that. Actually spending time with them. Yeah. And then, of course, we go out where he does photos and signs shit for anyone who wants to, as he does. Of course, hanging back till the end, just me and Kez. And then Kez goes up and gets photos with him. So I don't need photos. I've had photos at every opportunity with him. Like even at Scoop Fest, it's like it starts to feel weird getting all these photos. And then afterwards, Piff just comes over to me and gives me a hug. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? This is sad now.
You got a hug from Piff. Oh my god.
I know it was surprising. I wasn't expecting it.
No. I did pat him on the shoulder. He did give me a wink. When I last seen him,
Yeah.
was like I say, handed over the chocolate, and Jade was like, "Do you want a picture?" And I'm like, "Don't have to. I've got so many." She's like, "But are you sure? Do you want to?" And I was like, okay, while I'm here." She was like, "Yeah, I want to take a picture with our goodies." I was like, "You could have just said."
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, you don't question Miss Jade Simone.
No, that I should have known better. But as I was leaving, I was saying to the guys, because there was obviously that section on the Piff Pod where Matt had said, "Oh, if you've got questions for the guys, send them in." And one of the questions I had sent in was, "What do you miss about being in the UK?" And nothing sappy like your family. I'm talking like, "Do you want a Tunnocks tea cake?" Or something like that.
Yes.
Because I wanted them to say, "Oh, I miss penguin biscuits. Oh, I miss jammy Dodgers." And I could be like,
yes.
I got you, bro. And they said curry. And I'm like, I can't take curry.
You can like bring powdered curry.
No, they meant like restaurant curry.
Like a actual dish of curry.
Yeah, not curry spices, not curry mix.
Yeah.
Actual curry.
I've got a pack of mild curry in I know what you're talking about. But yeah.
Yeah.
So they could make their own at home, I meant.
Yeah, I was like, I can't bring you takeaway curry.
Yeah.
I can't put that in my suitcase. I said that to Jade. So that's what I've asked the question for. And you said curry. And I was like, I can't bring you that. So you've got fancy Hotel Chocolat chocolates and Cadbury chocolates. Hotel Chocolat chocolates are very fancy for those who don't know.
Yes, and Cadbury, you cannot go wrong. Because frankly, American chocolate is shit. We said it here first.
Yeah, it's... Y'all don't know what you're missing. Like, I feel so sorry for all... for the Americans who have never had UK chocolate and are just eating that nonsense and calling it chocolate. Like, my dude, love yourself. Get yourself on Amazon.
Import that shit.
Yeah. Hit me up. We'll do an exchange. I'll send you chocolate. You'll send me something else. Saltwater taffy.
Preferably.
No, well, I brought saltwater taffy back for my work and they were like, "This is really fucking good." And I'm like, yeah. They're like, "You need to get more of this."
Was this from that big candy store in Vegas that you got the saltwater taffy?
Now, do you mean the one that's on the strip, or do
with
you mean
all the superheroes and shit? Either of them.
No, that the one I got it from was Rocket Fizz at Area 15.
Oh yes, yeah. I almost bought some Rocket Fizz stuff, but it was all just so expensive.
I think. Well, actually, the bags of saltwater taffy weren't too bad.
Yeah, that were some of the better priced.
Yeah, I got maybe about 4 bags overall.
But you guys like 4 kilos.
No, I know that I got one for me and I got one for my brother, and I definitely got one for work. I feel like I got another one for somebody else, but I can't remember who.
Okay.
But no, I ended up getting 5. I tell a lie, because I got one for me, one for my brother Mitchell, one each for my baby cousins, and one for my work. So that's what it was. Okay. I ended up with 5 bags.
5 bags of taffy.
Yeah.
It's not like it was even New Jersey taffy. It was just like random Las Vegas taffy.
And that's the thing. I'd never had it before. I had never had saltwater taffy before, and I don't know why I expected it to be salty. I just did.
Yeah, I say like I know that it's not. I don't think I've ever had it.
And there was the one at Area 15. There was a Neapolitan flavour as well. So obviously I had to get that.
Of course.
And that was my favourite. That was my favourite.
Talking about asking Piff and Jade what they miss, or Piff what he misses from the UK, I sort of did the opposite of what you did. Whereas I hinted as to what I was bringing them. Well, I didn't hint, I outright said it in comic form. Yeah. Where it's the one where it's the Tim Tams. And I sort of got onto that subject, talking to Jade about it, doing the podcast, and she brought up Tim Tams. And I was like, yes, definitely Tim Tams. And then, surprise, Tim Tams. And then the koala mask comic. Yeah. So that she was pretty chuffed with that when she saw it. Yeah. She's like, oh my God, I know what that is.
It's her special
That wasn't really my Jade impression. That was just a different voice.
To differentiate the fact that it's not you speaking.
That it wasn't me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but when I said to Piff when I was going, I was like, look, if you do want anything from the UK the next time I'm over, just let me know. And he did. Give me a nod and a wink.
Oh, good.
And I'm like, I hope he does, because I have absolutely no problem. I mean, RJ specifically said, "You're bringing me Iron Brew, right?" And I did. I brought him Iron Brew and chocolate tasting like Iron Brew. And he very
That's
much...
right. I still remember seeing that.
He was very happy with that, so...
Good. RJ is pretty awesome.
RJ
we'll have to
is
reach
the
out
man.
to RJ.
Yes.
I don't mean to come on I just mean reach out. I haven't spoken to him since being in America.
I saw he done a live yesterday, but
Ah.
I was out paint shopping. So
You've been quite busy. Paint shopping, carpet shopping. What next? Drapes. It's only the logical order of things.
we do have somebody to come in to measure blinds next week.
You've got a drape guy. The blind guy's coming in.
The blind guy is coming in. Yes, because we to get specially fitted blinds for our new windows.
How does he go with that? I mean, it must be pretty difficult being visually impaired and needing to measure things to sight.
Just it's like Daredevil. He just knows.
Yes. He just makes clicky noises.
Yeah.
So he's like, yep, blue would look really good in here.
The room is orange. Nope, blue.
He's like, I'm aware of that. Blue and orange go together. Have you never heard of the New York Knickerbockers, sir?
Do you know what this is? You literally couldn't make this up, because not only is the room we're decorating, the walls are terracotta and the carpet is blue.
Really?
Don't ask why. But
Blue and orange socks on Brogan's feet.
yes, they are.
Are they New
He-Man.
York Knicks?
No, they're
Okay. From your He-Man calendar.
from my He-Man calendar.
Yes.
Yes. But yes, that's one of the big reasons why the room has to get done, because when I originally had my office set up in there, I had to stop using the room because the terracotta paint was giving me a headache.
Oh, was it recently painted?
Oh no.
You're saying? Oh, just the color of it.
The color of it was just so intense.
Yes.
Nobody's really used that room maybe 15 years.
Oh, really?
Not that it's been unused, but I mean, like, nobody's sat and worked in it for 15 years.
There could have been like if it was like no one had been in it at all, there could have been like a vampire housed up in there for so long.
Oh no, we've been in
I'm
that
thinking
room.
Vampire Lestat kind of hiding out for all those decades.
There are no vampires in this house. Absolutely none.
Let them keep thinking that, and they won't bother you at all.
But no,
we're getting close to wrapping up, so we have to decide: are we going to do an accent challenge?
If we are, what are we going to say?
Well, we've had this discussion. We've got a couple of options. We can go William Wallace from what's it called?
Braveheart.
The Braveheart movie.
Mm-hmm.
We've been discussing Australia with Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman.
Oh no! I've got it.
Wait, hang on. We'll both say it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Highlander.
No.
Oh.
No, we have had a suggestion. We have.
Have we?
Chris's idea.
What was his idea?
Let me.
I'm sure I read it at the time, but I've totally forgotten. Sorry, Chris. Was this in the email? In the email? Should I be checking my emails?
This was in an email, and I do have it up because you replied.
Oh, good. I even replied to it.
You replied,
and I would have said this is a good idea for whatever. But I remember, but I just don't recall what he said.
So Chris's idea was, I feel like I can't say it because that ruins the challenge.
Hang on. What do you mean? How's it going to ruin the challenge? Are you saying? Oh, I see. Let me bring it up. I'll bring it up. We'll cut this out. All right. I can see Chris's suggestion. It's not a quote from a movie. It's not a line from a song, as far as I'm aware. But it's just a statement, not a statement of fact. It's related to board games. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to go... are you just going to say it in your natural accent? Or how about we do that? How about we say it in our normal voices first?
Yes. Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Right. Right. It was Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the wrench.
Yep, fair enough. Okay. It's an accusation of a crime, of a murder, no less.
Did you want me to sound more accusatory, more triumphant?
Yeah, let's go. Let's put some pizzazz behind it.
It was Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the wrench.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's better. All right. I've got notes, but we'll leave it there.
I'm not
We'll
a
go for
voice
the Aussie
actor
now.
for a reason.
Yes.
I'm not Brent
I never
Mackay.
I never accused you of being Brent Mackay. Here we go. So I'll do it like you. I'll just do it. Statement of fact first.
Yep.
It was Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the wrench. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we'll add some pizzazz. I should have done jazz hands. It was Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the wrench.
Mmm.
Mm.
Mmm.
I feel like this needs a Poirot kind of vibe to it. Maybe we can you? Oh my God, you're Hastings.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I should. Do you know anything about Hercule Poirot? Poirot.
I've seen movies. I've read a couple of books, but I can't. It's been a very long time.
Okay, I just have to check in with my Poirot expert on one thing. His little sidekick dude is Hastings, right?
It's not psychic.
Sidekick. He's not sidekick.
I don't think it's called Hastings.
Okay, let's forget this. I don't know. Don't really know Poirot.
The last Poirot thing
I
I've
got-
seen was at Scoopfest.
Yeah, that's right.
And even then, I don't remember anything about the movie, just that Harrison Greenbaum was fucking hilarious.
Yes, that's right. Harrison. Oh, that's a top tier guest.
Yeah.
Harrison.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, so we won't go for the Poirot accent then, because I can't do Belgian. So we'll leave it there. We'll leave it up to the listeners to vote on who had a better performance, a better delivery of the line.
Jack. His name is Jack.
His name was what? Hang on, this just in. Beep, 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 beep.
James
James
Jack.
Japp. Okay.
Let's put Inspector Jack.
No, it was like, oh, Hastings. Isn't that?
Oh, you're talking about his like BFF.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Hang on, we've got updated information coming in. Beep, 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 beep. All right, that's taken too long. I'm almost certain it's Hastings anyway.
Arthur
But-
Hastings, according to Google.
Yes,
This is best
Arthur
friend.
Hastings.
Hastings.
Arthur Hastings. I'm getting it in stereo from both sides.
Hastings.
So the point being is, you could have done the role of Hastings, and I could have done Poirot. You could have been like, but it would mean you would have to do a British accent.
What, such a hard trial for me.
Oh no, it's just being Scottish. I think you would be offended to be asked to.
Yeah, I did look at it and
You
go,
could be
oh,
like-
it's English.
Yeah, all right.
Is he English?
Forget that. Yes, Hastings is English. So yes,
Yeah.
Poirot. What have we got? Tally ho, pip, pip, and all that other fucking madness.
Yeah. Now that I'm under pressure, I don't think I could channel an
Yes.
English accent.
And
As we
do
know,
not
there's
feel
one
confident.
Englishman allowed, and that is Piff.
If this podcast is about nothing else, it's about accents. So I think we are obliged to just Mary J. Bliged to do our best.
And now I've forgotten how an English accent sounds. I don't have a key line to get me into it.
That's right. Hang on, I've got one. Well, it's a well-known fact, Sonny Jim.
Oh, what's a good English thing to
Boris Johnson's not my PM.
fucking Boris Johnson, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Shouldn't have brought that out, hey?
We'll maybe leave
So
that
what-
for next time. We'll leave that for next time, and we'll have that as our next running bit.
Okay. Yep. So maybe one day in the future, a Hastings and Poirot bit will rear its head.
Mhm.
But listeners, it's up to you to vote on who had the Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the wrench line said better.
Yes.
You can vote by going to @NicePodBud on all your social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, all that other madness. If you want to speak to Brogan directly, just give him a call. Say, hey, Brogs, what's up? Or you can reach out at 7 billion needles. That's the numeral 7, the words the numeral 7, the words billion and needles.
The numeral needles.
Yes.
And if you want to speak to Wayne, it's at Wayne Geo on all social medias apart from Facebook.
That's right, because some other motherfucking Wayne Geo got that before me.
Bastard.
Yeah. All right, let's leave. I'm closing up the Aussie office.
I'm done.
And what did we say at the end of the show?
Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh.